Hello. Welcome to the next in the series of review clips designed to assist you in preparing for your Biology 3201 public examination. In this clip, we'll be taking a look at human genetic diseases. By definition, these are diseases or syndromes that are caused by either chromosomal or gene mutations. One of these is Down syndrome, which is caused because of trisomy 21. A person has 3 21st chromosomes, and this is caused by non-disjunction of that 21st chromosome. The effects of Down syndrome are mild to moderate medical impairment, a large tongue, short, stocky stature. Turner syndrome, another disorder caused by non-disjunction, in which the person has a single X chromosome but no Y, is also caused by non-disjunction. With Turner syndrome, they are females that are born with external genitalia, they have no ovaries, and no menstrual period. In short, she will be infertile. Klinefelter syndrome is also caused because of non-disjunction, and this is caused by non-disjunction of the X chromosome. This creates a male with an XXY chromosomal makeup. The effects are that males have immature sex organs and will not grow facial hair. There will also be some breast development as well. Jakub Syndrome, or XYY, is caused when a male receives an extra Y chromosome. The features are similar to Klinefelter's, but they also have speech and reading problems as well as persistent acne. Triple X syndrome is caused as well by non-disjunction of the X chromosome. It results in a female receiving 3 X chromosomes. The effects are marginal. Most women are normal. They are fertile, but they may have menstrual irregularities. Some women as well have learning disabilities. There are other human genetic diseases which are caused not by mutation at all. These are diseases that are normally occur because of gene inheritance rather than mutations. These can be broken into a number of different categories. The first of these is autosomal recessive inheritance. With autosomal recessive inheritance, this is the inheritance of disease through a recessive allele. In order for the person to have the condition, they would have to be homozygous. An example of this is Tay-Sachs disease. Tay-Sachs disease is a disease where a recessive allele causes an enzyme to be lacking in the lysosomes of brain cells. Lipids build up inside the cell, eventually destroying it. Patients have brain, spinal cord damage, most end up with blindness, and are mentally handicapped. There is no known cure or treatment, and their blood tests can be done to see who is a carrier. PKU, or phenylketonuria, is another example of an autosomal recessive disorder. Here, an enzyme that normally converts phenylalanine to tyrosine is absent. Tyrosine is used to create melanin and some hormones, and phenylalanine is broken down abnormally. It should be converted to tyrosine, but is not. In the process, neural damage results. This usually affects babies, and they end up with brain damage. The cure and treatment for this involves a modification of the diet. The diet will have a reduced intake of phenylalanine until after nervous system development has been completed. After this, they can live normal lives. Co-dominant inheritance also provides an example of a number of different disorders as well. Here, a situation results where if a person receives both dominant alleles, they will have the condition. People who are heterozygous are carriers. Sickle cell anemia is one example. Here, the blood cells of an individual become sickled or elongated in blood. There's a defect in the hemoglobin, causing them to lose their shape. As a result, blood clots and reduced blood flow to organs occurs. Most individuals are often tired, and they suffer from many diseases and often die. There is no known cure or treatment. We also have disorders which are caused by autosomal dominant inheritance. Here, it is a dominant allele, and if you have the dominant allele, you are going to be affected. A couple of examples are, firstly, progeria, which is causing premature aging. And you also have Huntington's disorder, which was examined in the reproductive unit. Homeostasis unit, dealing with neuromuscular disorders. Huntington's is a lethal disease in which the brain deteriorates over about 15 years. Symptoms include loss of motor coordination, memory, and ability to speak. Most die in their 40s and 50s. Incomplete dominant inheritance is a condition where there's a blending of the two traits. The heterozygous condition results in a person being positive for the condition. One example is HF, or familial hypocholesterolemia. Here, people receiving this allele for this trait will have twice the normal cholesterol levels in their blood, and the corresponding issues that arise from that, heart disease being one. Sex-linked inheritance, we talked about length earlier in the unit, but these are traits normally inherited as a recessive allele on the X chromosome. In humans, there are a couple of examples. Red-green color blindness, Duchenne's muscular dystrophy, and hemophilia are all examples of sex-linked disorders that affect humans. Past public examinations have provided examples of questions from this material as well. This one is posed: which genetic disorder is caused by co-dominant inheritance? Your choices are muscular dystrophy, progeria, sickle cell anemia, and hemophilia. Hemophilia is a sex-linked disorder, as is muscular dystrophy. Progeria, premature aging, results from autosomal dominant inheritance. The correct answer is D, sickle cell anemia. This question is posed, asks which genetic disease is caused by an autosomal recessive allele. Hemophilia is sex-linked. Muscular dystrophy as well is sex-linked. Sickle cell anemia is co-dominant. The correct answer is D, Tay-Sachs. And this question is posed, you're asked if Huntington's disease is an autosomal dominant disorder. If one parent is heterozygous for the trait and the other parent is normal, what is the chance of having a child with the disease? To do this, you complete a regular Punnett square cross for one trait, therefore a monohybrid cross, therefore 2 by 2, as I've constructed here. You know that one parent is heterozygous. We'll use capital H to represent Huntington's, which is the dominant form. So one parent is big H, little h. The other parent is normal, which means she must be, or he, because sex wasn't specified, little h, little h. For argument's sake, we'll make the carrier female, which of course means she does have Huntington's as well, and the father normal without the disorder. We'll write the father on the side, little h, little h. We'll write the mother across the top, big H, little h. Completing the square, big H, little h, big H, little h, little h, little h, little h, little h. As this is a dominant disorder, the presence of a single form of the allele, in this case big H, would result in the child having the disorder. Thus, this individual has the disorder, as does this one. These two do not. 2 of the 4 have the disorder, or 50%. The correct answer then is B, 50%. Thank you for your attention during this clip. I hope you found the material to be helpful.